You're looking at Pistol Pete Maravich, in my opinion, the greatest playmaker playing today. A great passer, great shooter, but a lot of people don't know this. He is wonderful in all these dexterity drills. Now, Pete, when did you start all this?
It comes out of a system I started around 6 or 7 years of age, what we call homework basketball, and it takes in reaction drills, quickness drills to improve your quickness, your coordination, your confidence, and your overall ability to handle a basketball.
Well, actually, don't you get the feeling that when you're doing these things, the ball becomes sort of an extension of your hand?
Exactly. That's exactly how I felt when I was growing up. I dribbled so much, so many different ways, learning new types of drills to dribble with one ball, with two balls, and so forth, that I never really had to look at the basketball when I dribbled it, which improved my game from a great standpoint.
See, there are a lot of coaches that advocate this, but they don't do it with any application to the game itself. Now, you'd be amazed at some of the things that Pete will demonstrate to you. Pete, how about showing us a few of them?
Okay, number one, I did this for quickness, just to improve my quickness, is what I call a ricochet drill. You stand with your feet apart and you just throw the ball down, back and forth like this. This is really just for coordination purposes. And then once you get into what I call the bullet ricochet, where you try to throw the ball very hard. And catch it behind, that's one.
Beautiful.
More with Mark Kriegel, who's written the book called The Pistol. These drills, these red on round ball drills, attach me to Press Maravich with those.
Well, they're called the homework basketball drills, and they were designed by Press expressly for Pete when Pete was a kid. And they're mesmerizing to watch. But more than that, they really do help you develop extraordinary dexterity. I'm not saying that you'll be Pistol Pete if you do them well, but they have survived incredibly well over generations. I mean, Rafer Alston, who became famous, at Rucker Park in Harlem, swears by them. Mike Krzyzewski advises recruits to use them. I mean, they really have survived very, very well.
Fascinating stuff, just like the book. Let's go back now to Pete's history-making 68-point performance.
21 points for the Pistol right now on a 41-28 lead. A whistle before the shot by Tiki Burton. 3 seconds. That basket does not count. Well, the turnovers are mounting, and the Knicks have committed 9 to 5 for the Jazz. Frazier makes the bounce pass to Tiki Burton. The ball was knocked away by Howard. Here comes Mo. Score it. And look at the happy Mo Howard. And an inbound steal for the Jazz. Everything is going wrong. Pistol fires. Oh, come on, come on. That's ridiculous. It's 47 to 28. Tiki Burton flies, and it's no good. We've got a loose ball foul. Here's Maravich. They got it to the guy they want. Pistol in and out of the lane. Here's his shot. Good. A 21-point lead, 49 to 28. Lonnie Shelton gets a basket, and that's only the second basket for the Knicks in the quarter as you watch Dean Meminger get ready to come into the game.
Well, Knicks having two big problems right now. One is turnovers on the offense, and the second is not able to contain the Jazz at all when they're on defense.
New Orleans has outscored the Knicks 20 to 4 in the quarter. A loose ball foul is called on Maravich. Pistol called on his third personal foul. That could be a factor. It's pretty early to have 3, 7:03 left in the second quarter. The Knicks have turned it over 6 times in the period, and New Orleans picks it right off again.
The Knicks just not moving that ball well on the offensive end. The Jazz playing real good defense, but of course the Knicks are not sharp on offense at all.
Well, last night, the Knicks had their lowest quarter of the year, 12 points. Right now in this quarter, halfway through it, they've scored just 4. 6:20 left in the quarter. Looks like somebody ought to put a handle on that ball right now. McAdoo shoots. Good. And inside, contact between Phil Jackson and Otto Moore, and they both went down to the floor. 13 points for McAdoo.
Now the Knicks have given Dean Meminger the task of trying to contain Pete Maravich. Nobody else has been able to do anything with him so far.
Well, what do you say? 27 points for Maravich, and we're 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes from halftime. He's an incredible performance. Earl Pistol twists into the lane, but he traveled. It doesn't count.
Well, Pistol can shoot, but he works to get his shots off. You watch him using a screen here, working against Dean Meminger. Now he comes off the screen by Nate Williams and Otto Moore. Two guys boxing out right there, and their Pistol goes up for a shot.
Another steal. Oh, the turnovers are killing the Knicks. Kelly. And a 23-point lead. 55-32. Timeout for the New York Knicks. Knicks made some points. They've scored just 6 in the quarter. Bill Bradley with the ball passing across to Monroe. The Pearl on a drive. Maravich has him blocked off to Jim McMillan for a jumper. It's no good, and a rebound Griffin. Here's a halftime NBA score. Golden State 52 and Buffalo 50. The Warriors have lost 3 in a row, and the Braves have won 4 straight. Joe Mulaney doing a fine job in Buffalo. Maravich with a hook shot. Incredible, absolutely incredible, 29 points.
Well, he is doing it all now, showing his hook shot on Dean Meminger.
No good, rebound Coleman. No second tries for the Knicks right now. We've got 3.5 minutes left in this quarter, and it's been a nightmare. Last night it was the third quarter that was so bad. Bo Howard puts one in. Nobody is missing at that end of the floor. 61-32. They have almost doubled the Knicks' output.
This is an incredible offensive show by the New Orleans Jazz. They can do no wrong.
You saw Butch Beard getting ready to come in. And an offensive foul. And I tell you, this is really unusual to see just everything go wrong. This is not the largest deficit the Knicks have faced this year. Back on January 11th in the third quarter at Portland, they were down by 34. But it's approaching that as Maravich guns one up, and it's 63-32. A steal. And it's taken by Meminger. Right now, Pete Maravich has 1 less point than the Knicks as a team.
Right now, the Knicks cannot do anything right on either end of the floor.
And the Knicks are calling a timeout.